Hi you guys, and welcome to another episode of Toni Approved. Now today I'm going to be discussing the streaming music app Tidal and why it is Toni Approved. Before we start this video, I would need you guys to please like and subscribe and share it if you care. Now, I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons as to why I would choose the streaming app Tidal. Number 1, it is a black-owned streaming app. Amongst all of the streaming apps that are out there like Google Play, Spotify, Apple Music, Jay-Z is actually the founder of Tidal, and in his music, Jay-Z likes to preach, especially lately, black empowerment and black businesses and entrepreneurship. So one thing that I love about this app is not only is he preaching about it in his music, he's actually giving others a platform to use, which I'll explain a little bit more later. One thing that I do feel like in our African American community, one of our issue is we have a problem with supporting each other. So strictly off of the fact that it's a black-owned streaming app, I feel like I am obligated to support it. You might not be, but I feel like us as black people, this should be an example of us bonding together to support black-owned businesses, which actually goes into my reasoning for number 2. It might be co-owned by one of your favorite artists because Tidal has a lot of artist co-owners. Jay-Z not only wanted to eat, but he wanted to make sure that A-list artists that are around him are eating as well. So he made sure that the app was co-owned by artists such as Alicia Keys, Beyonce, Calvin Harris, Coldplay, Chris Martin, Daft Punk, Damian Marley, T.I., Usher, Lil Wayne, Madonna, Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, J. Cole, Jake West, and even the legendary Prince left his catalog with Tidal because he believed that his music should be paid for because this is an art form and he didn't make free music for people to just be given away. And that speaks volumes to me just how valuable the streaming app is. The fact that Prince really, which is one of our legendary music artists of all times, actually believed in the app as well. Now, Kanye West was the original co-owner of the music app. So if you're not going to support it just because it's a black-owned music app, support it because one of your favorite artists is attached to it as well. And if that's not a big enough reason, number 3 is that we actually get exclusive concert footage and content on the music app. Jay-Z has a musical festival that takes place every year in Philadelphia. It's called Made in America. It's kind of similar to the Essence Festival or Coachella. And we've had major headliners in the past year. This year, Nicki Minaj and Post Malone are going to be the headliners. Meek Mill and Janelle Monáe is going to be there as well, plus many, many more. In the past, we've seen Jay-Z headline this concert. We've seen J. Cole, The Weeknd, Beyonce. This is a really great festival. I haven't had a chance to attend the festival as of yet, but I do plan to very, very soon. And until I am able to attend it, I'm actually all good because on Tidal we get all of the performances of all of the artists that are actually on the lineup, and we get instant replays. So if we're not able to watch them at the moment they're being live streamed, we can actually come back and watch them later. Tidal also does, for another example, they do their benefit concert every year, and most of the time at the benefit concert, you see a lot of the co-owners or people that are affiliated with Tidal. We have artists like Rick Ross, Meek Mills, Jennifer Lopez, Lauryn Hill, all to just name examples of people who's blessed the Tidal benefits performance stage. Nicki Minaj has performed there. Speaking of Nicki Minaj, back in 2015, I think for the very first year, we actually got the very first performance of Feeling Myself. And that was a big major thing back in the day, so you definitely don't want to miss out. They also have their Tidal X series where artists are actually performing and we get to see backstage information and footage, and it's kind of set up like documentaries. They've done one on Miguel, they've done one on Cardi B, they've done one on YG, they've done one on Meek Mills. So it's a really great app. I love this I love the exclusive content that we get as well. That's another benefit. Reason number 4 would be that this app is celebration of black excellence in all cultures. For an example, Tidal uses a lot of their playlists, which I feel like are like listening to the radio and how the radio should listen, as a way to support all cultures and to support black empowerment. For an example, for Black History Month, they uploaded a whole bunch of speeches by Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Obama, and it just showcased our history and allows us to really get to know these different history makers. And for me, it shows us the connection between the fact that in the past, our people were motivated by speeches, and motivational speakers, and I feel like nowadays musicians have kind of become those type of people because they're able to speak about real life issues in their music, and it actually affects powerful change. And not only do they celebrate different cultures with their playlists, they also celebrate different artists. They have legends playlists for artists like Mariah Carey, Smokey Robinson, Janet Jackson. And then they also have different playlists that come up for different award shows and TV shows that come up. They have playlists for almost any and everything. So, and like I said, I listen to their playlist as an example of what it sounds like to listen to the music, because most of the time they're gonna have music on the playlist that we should hear on the radio instead of the 5 or 6 songs that we hear over and 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 over again. My fifth reasoning for choosing Tidal is that Tidal is actually one of the highest paying streaming apps out there. Let me repeat it. Tidal, a Black-owned app, is one of the highest paid streaming music services offered out there. Let's break it down with this graph here, shall we? As you guys can see on the graph, Napster is the highest paying app, but Tidal falls right up underneath it. On Tidal, an artist earns 0.0125 per stream versus on Apple Music, where they earn 0.0074, or Google Play, where they own 0.0068, or on Spotify, where they own 0.0044. The chart also breaks down to show that if an artist wanted to make, let's say, a minimum wage of $1,400 a day, they would only need 120,000 streams on Tidal versus needing 200,000 streams on Apple Music, 220,000 streams on Google Play, or 366,000 streams on Spotify. Now, an artist only needs 1,500 streams in order for them to sell an album, or for it to count as an album sale. So if you guys can do the math, you can see that if the artist is getting a whole lot of streams on Tidal, not only they're getting a lot of money for their streams, but they're also racking up their album sales as well. Once again, Jay-Z is out here setting it up for artists to be able to really eat. Me personally, I feel like Tidal is that music app that's for our music lovers and people who really strongly love music, who love it as an art form, who don't mind paying for the music, and who don't mind supporting their favorite artists. That's what the music is here for. That's why I absolutely love Tidal. I don't always buy albums as much as I used to anymore, because I'm supporting a streaming app that's paying artists the most. And that's why, once again, Tidal is Toni Approved. So, I do want to also mention the only downside to Tidal is that our audience isn't as big as an Apple Music or a Spotify or a Google Play. But that's where you guys come in, the viewers. Hopefully I convince you guys to join Tidal, join the team, and go ahead and stream, because always remember, make sure you guys like this video, share if you care, subscribe, and check out Tidal. Just experience the app for yourself. Get all the exclusive stuff, like Everything Is Love, the new Beyonce and Jay-Z album that just dropped. So you guys, that's all I have to say. Absolutely love Tidal. Won't be on here preaching about it if I didn't. And I feel like if you go ahead and subscribe and choose it as your streaming app, you're gonna love it too. Till next time, I'm Tony, and thank you for watching Toni Approved.